Hey there, and welcome back to Ruthie Speaks on YouTube. Today I am going to talk about just doing it. That means that if there's something that you need to do, you need to just go ahead and do it. And don't wait for things to be perfect because things are never going to be perfect. And a lot of it just entails taking a leap of faith. Taking a leap of faith, and taking a leap of faith means doing something when you are not at all sure about what will happen. I must also say about taking leaps of faith that a lot of times when I take a leap of faith, and I've done it on more than one occasion, it hasn't just been once, it hasn't just been twice. And the thing is about taking leaps of faith is that things can work out better than you could have ever planned it. That's just all there is to it. It's like if nothing ventured, nothing gained. That's what that means. Things working out better than you could have ever planned. So I have taken leaps of faith in my life, not knowing what's going to happen, being scared. And being scared is no reason not to do something because you're scared. It's just a feeling. It'll pass. And one time in my life when I took a leap of faith was when I left Honolulu, and I went to Honolulu from the state of Georgia, but I knew that when I left Honolulu, I didn't want to go back to Georgia. So I left Georgia going to Honolulu without knowing where I was going once I left Honolulu. And I stayed in Honolulu for 10 days. I sure did. But I knew I couldn't stay there past 10 days. So I said, okay, you need to get you a ticket to wherever it is you decide you want to go. And once you get there, then you can kind of figure things out. So I'm looking online and I'm thinking, where am I going to go? And I knew that, Honolulu was close to the west coast of the US. So I said, okay, so it's going to be a city on the west coast. And it could have been, I could have gone to Colorado or Wyoming somewhere, but I said no. Okay, I'm gonna settle. I'm gonna settle for Seattle. So I settled for Seattle because it was the cheapest ticket. And then when I got to Seattle, I didn't know anybody in Seattle. I didn't know what I was gonna do, where I was gonna live, but I knew that there were homeless shelters. So I went to a homeless shelter, and actually, I had to deal with a couple of homeless shelters before I finally found the place that I stayed at for like 8 months while in Seattle. Being in a homeless shelter is not the end of the world. It's not the absolute worst thing that can happen to you. But the thing is, if you're homeless, you need to have a plan. There are lots of people that's homeless and they're there because I don't know, maybe they need to save some money. So they know if they're living in a homeless shelter for a couple of months, that chunk of money that they could be spending for rent, they could be using it for, maybe they need it for something really special. So they go into the homeless system so they could save the rent money. Sometimes people are going through something with drugs are concerned, and they need to just have a place where they're away from maybe their children. A lot of times children's people who are homeless, they have to let the children go with their father or with other family members so that they can get through whatever it is they're going through. And sometimes things get so rough and so hard, you don't know how you're going to make it. You don't know. You don't see a way out. You don't see light at the end of the tunnel. You don't know what you're going to do. I've been in that situation lots of times. And sometimes you just got to, if you just let it go, just, it has worked for me. Just let it go. Don't worry about it too much. Don't think too hard about it. And things have a way of working themselves out for the best. It works out better than you could have ever planned it. So it's like if you're thinking about doing something, you want to go to a different country because you've never been to another country. Don't wait for somebody to go with you. If you're one of those people who's waiting for somebody to go with you, then chances are you're never going to go. When I get ready to go somewhere, I tell everybody, hey, I'm going such and such a place. You want to come? Usually I don't ask anybody if they want to come. But the point is, my response is, okay, I'll see you when I get back. That's it. I'll see you when I get back. I'm gone. So I never let whether or not somebody would go with me anywhere, I never let that be the determining factor. So it's like if you want to do something, like Nike said, just do it, or you will spend the rest of your life being just miserable. Yeah, you got to take chances. You got to take chances. You got to take leaps of faith. You gotta follow your heart. You gotta follow your mind, and usually that instinct, that thing deep inside of you, that you, if you pay attention to it, it don't lead you wrong. Sometimes you might make a wrong decision, but I find that when, in my experiences, I have found that when I just, if you're gonna have faith, have faith. Don't talk about faith and then you don't have any. Got to take a leap of faith. And taking a leap of faith can be very scary. So, say what you will, say what you want. I'd like to hear some of your experiences of taking a leap of faith even when you're scared. Peace out.